Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to this new episode on our thoughts on the previous channeling related to a question from Kekika. And so we have been joined by Jeremy. So thank you, Jeremy, for being with us. But in between, there will be a link of the channeling somewhere for those of you who haven't seen and watched the video. And so, Jeremy, what are your thoughts after this channeling? Because you channeled both Merlin and Saint Germain, but also mostly a collective. So, yeah.
Um, yeah, the I mean, I don't even know where to start with this. This is very spontaneous and fun. And the interesting thing that happens to me when we were doing the channeling was that yeah, I felt that freedom, that sovereignty during that channeling, during the trying to explain past history, but also there are kind of like nuances of like you don't really need to think about that stuff anymore. You just have to kind of go with what's going on right now and allow your breath to take over. Like they kept saying, because they were telling me to breathe all the time. They were like, breathe, because I could feel like when the ascended masters and there's many energies around me and they all want to communicate. I'm still the one that has to choose like which one comes in, what that feels like, and it kind of feels like a tension inside, but at the same time. When it comes through and I just take a deep breath and it comes through, I'm always amazed by the message that comes in, and I hope for anyone's sake and Kiko's sake that she heard something that will help. And you know I've learned so much through these channelings and through our connections, and I'm just grateful to be here. So thanks, guys. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Yes.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. Thank you so much. How about you, Leo? What are your thoughts after this channeling?
Very similar to Jeremy's, and it was great. It's great being back in action in our channel and the World Lumen channel, and just the importance I think of channeling. I think in for our own sort of health and wealth and health and wealth meaning just energies and everything, abundance and everything, and just having a more prosperous life. I think it just feels so much better after I channel, and that just funnels into everything else in my life. So it's such a wonderful practice, and I think we're meant to continue. We've been guided to do it more and more, and or get back on the horse, and so I'm glad we are. And in terms of the message, the I agree as well with Jeremy that this idea of we don't need to focus too much on the past. Rather, we have so much right now in front of us in our own personal lives that kind of deserve our attention, and maybe we're not focusing in on it as much as we should. And for me, that's kind of my personal, uh, like my body in a way, as well as I think I've been focusing on my family, at least recently, um, a little bit more than I was focusing on my own body, and that's kind of I think this was a sort of reminder for me to, oh yes, come back to your own body and focus on that for a little bit, and then you can also focus on the other stuff. But that was a good reminder for me, and yes, I think Cookie's question in general was really great, and it's definitely I think timely for everyone in on the planet.
Yeah. And thank you, both of you, for sharing your thoughts. As for me, I could feel even before the channeling, the presence of Ashtar being really on my near my shoulder and having a hand very powerful on my shoulder and standing, and he was very much present even before the channeling, because you guys don't know, but prior to the channeling, before we hit the record button, we did a little meditation thanks to Leo. And at that moment, that's where I began sensing Ashtar being very much present. And then when I think this is Saint Germain who spoke about breathing, it clicked or it related a lot with the cleaning and clarifying that Ashtar was mentioning. Even though the message was not probably from Saint Germain was probably not exactly about cleaning or clarifying, but in my head or maybe Ashtar, I don't know, things clicked all together because Ashtar mentioned the cleaning and clarifying the fields around ourselves and also within ourselves. And when Saint Germain spoke about breathing, it really was, okay, this is the cleaning aspect. This is what we shall do to clean and clarify our energetic fields. At least that's how I sensed it or understood it when I was in the channeling state. And also, I loved what Merlin said and used the words sovereignty. It also had a big resonance when I was in the channeling state. Um, I don't know exactly what it embodies, even though that's to know who we truly are. But I know that when Merlin spoke about this word, and Merlin spoke about yes, the effect of the word when we are listening to this word. And prior to that, I was really, I don't know, resonating with this word a lot. So I think that this word sovereignty means a lot for higher beings, or maybe also for Ashtar, I don't know. But yeah, it had a big impact, I would say.
That's wonderful. Yeah, my life right now is finding, not even finding my own sovereignty, it's knowing that I'm sovereign. And Saint Germain and all the ascended masters are always like telling me, you just breathe. Like, it's as simple as stating, I exist, I am. And that I am is connected to my soul self and my human and past lives. All of it is I am. Like, there's been many I ams, and the sovereignty is like the true self, the self that has known all of the I ams. And they call it the master or the master self as well. And I feel that, I know that. And that's why for me, like, when I come into my own sovereignty before channeling, I come into it. And I know who I am in truth. I know who I am in service. And then therefore I can allow anyone that's around in my resonant field to come through, and and including myself. I'm always there. I'm never not. I always exist. I'll always be here, and I'm always sovereign. So uh like, when I drop my phone, I don't know if you saw that, I my phone's attached to, a stand on here, and I stepped on the wire and the phone dropped and hit the floor. I had to pick it up and set it all up again. It's so interesting to be like knowing that I can do human things while still being fully in trance or connected to all of the masters or any energy that's there. Like, it's all me. And I uh, going back to karma or things that we think are in the mind, uh, they're always reminding me that uh, that part of me is just allowed to be there for me to understand my own sovereignty as well. And yeah, I don't really remember what was said. I'm gonna have to re-watch. Um, but I did feel a definite presence that was very strong and very loving and fun and playful. I think that's pretty much their message too. Is that I through even speaking to Kiko and like most of us looking for how to solve problems, is those things, those they solve themselves when I breathe. If I'm breathing and I'm being present, then what problems do I actually have other than this current breath? Other than what the heck's going on in the mind, I just listen. Um, So yeah, I'm I love channeling with you guys. It's a lot of fun. I haven't actually been doing a lot with my channeling or anything like that. I'm kind of on a hiatus because I am learning what it means to be sovereign, and that those mirror reflections, seeing you guys, seeing the questions that come from the community has been so eye-opening because it allows me to know more about myself, and I love that. So yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing all of this with us. And indeed, the energies of Merlin were very playful. And I was a little bit surprised that they would be that playful. And when they spoke about, because same as you know, I don't remember everything. I just remember a few glints here and there. But I remember that Merlin spoke about someone smiling in the streets, and that
Yeah.
it's not about everything that we can see around, or but it's just who we are, and to cultivate who we are, no matter what is going outside in our world or society, but to be focused and joyful within ourselves, and um, and indeed to breathe, to relax, to enjoy, to cultivate, and to create also the life that we wish to, that we dream of, that we dream about, that we wish to accomplish, and that the messages are always great reminders, you know.
I think you mentioned something about a car crash too within that person walking on the street. But for me, let me give context to that because I can see that it might seem like I would be ignoring the car crash, and that's not the sense that I got from that particular channeling. He didn't really go into details of what it means when you see a car crash. So I think when I because I could see this person walking down the street, I could see his big smile, and then I was almost outside watching this person smiling walking down the street as he was speaking about it, bringing that into my imagination. And when he said, "Oh, but there's a car crash over there," in me, I'm like, "Oh, I'll go run and fix it, or go run and go over there and fix it." But you can do those. I could sense that it was like you could choose to do that even while you're still in that joy. Like you'll still be going and doing that, going and helping others in your sovereignty, and going over there to those moments when people are in need, but also when you are in that joy, in that presence, you're there for the right reasons. You're not only there just for witnessing it. So yeah, like I just it was his joy. Merlin's joy is fun because it's magic. It's really bringing life to this present moment, and what that actually means to live that way. Because I think so few of us actually do, um, because we're always trying to focus on letting go of our past. We're always in memory. We're always thinking about what I did to that person, what I did to create this situation, and then you hold on to that situation, and it holds on to like the gravity of it. And Merlin is more like you can still have those bad problems, those things that happen to you, but you can do it in joy because the joy isn't your human self. The joy is your true self, and you are true self aligned to the human self that still experiences everything that's on this earth. And that I think was really the message that I got from it and the feeling that I got from it for sure. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. How about you, Leo?
I think you guys summed it up very well. Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel that that's pretty much the main message to empower ourselves, to remember our sovereignty, and then we can truly help. And I think that is the correct order of things. And so yes.
Right.
Jeremy, is there something that you would like to add?
uh, there was a thought and then it left. So no. That happens a lot lately. Yeah, like clouds in the sky, they're there, and yeah, it must not have been important. So yeah.
Nice.
How about
So
you,
it will
Germain?
come back at the perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add,
So
Caroline?
please, Leo.
Do you have anything to add?
As for me, no, I'm all good. Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, I just wish to thank everyone who's listening, and who listened to the actual channeling, which will probably be posted below. Leo will take care of that, I'm sure. But like, yeah, I want people to know that you can live in the joy and still have to do the dishes and pay the bills and do all these things that may seem difficult. Um, and they do seem difficult when we hold on to that gravity of it. Yet the truth is that we are choosing. I do choose to be in that kind of holding of resentment or anger or disbelief. I'm experiencing that. So the sovereignty for me is understanding that, yeah, I am, and I am doing that, and it's okay. And it's okay, and it doesn't have to remain that way. That's what letting go of the past actually means. Letting go of what you think things are supposed to be like for yourself. You can choose, as because you're a creator and you can choose that in your sovereignty. So with that message, is like that's what I do. I love it. I feel the joy now much easier than I did a month ago, let's say. Like, yeah. So keep going, everybody. Like, let's bring joy one person at a time, and it's gonna change the world. It already has. Like, I already see the world as different. So um like when I said, you doing the dishes, it includes watching the news and seeing what's going on there. Those are people playing games with themselves, with their own sovereign selves. And that's okay. There's going to be people that like kind of connect around people around power, but we're that's another freaking channel and topic entirely. So maybe that's the next one. What the difference between power of self and the power of ego, let's say. I don't know. Yeah,
Yes, that would be a good topic.
sure.
Yes.
Well,
Thank
thanks,
you,
guys. Yeah,
everyone.
this was fun.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for joining in, for sharing, and for everything. And yes.
Yes, thank you, Jeremy. And now we are all going to do the dishes,
Yeah,
smiling and keeping the joy. So thank you for
yeah,
this
and coffee.
great
I could use
reminder.
some.
Thank you. So thank you all for watching this episode on our thoughts. Thank you again, Jeremy, for accepting our invitation to channel and for this video. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, our guides. Thank you, all of you, for watching. And thank you again, Kekika, for your question. And we will see all of you for another video. So very soon. And so we wish you a wonderful day.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.